Representative Christensen, the chair, will move House File 1802 to be laid over for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill. And go ahead, however you'd like to proceed with your name and introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for moving House File 1802, a bill to create essentially a state supplement to a federal program providing nonprofit emergency management, nonprofit security grants for so-called soft targets that are vulnerable to terrorism. This bill would create essentially no work for the Department of Public Safety that they aren't already doing. They're already grading projects that are seen as vulnerable to terrorist attacks, and they forward those on to the federal government, which has a certain amount of money that they appropriate in the form of grants at a maximum of $75,000 per grant to protect soft targets from terrorist attacks. This, the Twin Cities oftentimes is not a priority for Washington, and the Department of Public Safety identifies a lot of projects that they deem to be worthy that the federal government just doesn't have time to, doesn't have enough money appropriated to fund, and doesn't necessarily always consider the Twin Cities a priority. So this bill would establish a program where we would supplement the grant money from the federal government and issue grants of this up to the same size and with the same guidelines and using the same grading system that the Department of Public Safety is already using. And to talk a little bit more about it, I have a couple of testifiers from the Jewish Community Relations Council.
Okay, whichever you'd like to begin is your name and title, and go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Lawrence Lon White. I am the Chief Counsel for Security and Resiliency at the Sabis Jewish Community Center in St. Louis Park, and also advise on several other campuses that have Jewish facilities as well. I have almost 20 years of experience in the field of crisis management, global security, and homeland security. I'm a member of the FBI's InfraGard program for public-private intelligence sharing, and a number of other related experiences and credentials in the field, and I'm honored to be here this morning to speak with all of you. In my experience, in my career, in almost 20 years, I have never seen anything quite like the environment we are currently operating in. I've had the opportunity to study events like Virginia Tech, Columbine, the shooting at Florida State, and I cannot tell you the impact the more than 150 bomb threats over the last 8 weeks have had on the Jewish community and the community in general, not just here in Minnesota, but around the country. We have a photo that we're going to pass around just to kind of sum up the situation. This is a photo that appeared in the Star Tribune the day of the bomb threat in St. Louis Park. It's a photo of 3 cribs that were in the snow on January 18th when infants were evacuated from the building.
Hold it up a little bit.
Absolutely. And we'll pass that around so everyone can take a look at that. The day of the bomb threat, we had more than 500 people in the Sabis Jewish Community Center. It was a mix of infants, 3 months old, senior citizens, 100 years old, students going to class, special activity groups, special needs groups, developmentally disabled groups, Jews, Christians, Muslims, Indian Americans, African Americans. We're all in the building that day. It's not, it says Jewish in the title, but it's Jewish and community. And all of those folks were in our building and had to be evacuated. More than 500 people were safely evacuated that day. By and large, our plan worked. We got everybody out. The staff and faculty who was on campus that day did exactly what they were supposed to, and it worked well. The biggest challenge has been the emotional toll it's taken. For the last 6 weeks, I've spent much of my time meeting with parents, meeting with crying mothers, meeting with crying fathers. I never expected to have to do that. In my career, in almost 20 years of doing this kind of stuff, and I've been involved in hurricanes, I've been involved in earthquakes, I've been involved in natural disasters and aviation disasters and all kinds of bad things. I have never quite experienced anything like this before, and I've never had to provide that kind of emotional support that the community needs right now. I'm sure you've all heard on the news what's been happening around the country with these bomb threats. I will tell you, what you are hearing about is a tiny fraction of what is actually happening. Far more is being underreported in terms of threats, postcards, threatening emails, faxes, and calls. It is happening every day. And it cannot be understated how significant and meaningful this effort will be to offering our campus and the community overall the support for infrastructure, not just from a security standpoint, but from a resiliency standpoint, to help provide that sense of stability and help the community get back to where we want to be. Provide that sense of peace of mind and that sense of reassurance that we're not in this on our own. I thank you for the opportunity to speak, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
My name is Anthony Sussman. I am the Director of Communications and Community Security at the Jewish Community Relations Council of Minnesota and the Dakotas. Thank you, Chairman Cornish and members of the Public Safety Committee, for your consideration of HF 1802 today. And thank you, Representative Christensen, for your leadership on this important legislation. On February 26, 2017, the Star Tribune ran a headline in the A section above the fold front page that said, anti-Semitic surge spurs fear and resolve. To underscore Lon's point, I have served as Director of Communications and Community Security at the JCRC for over 10 years, and I have never seen a headline like this in my career here. Since January 2017, there have been over 150 bomb threats targeting Jewish community centers, Jewish day schools, and other Jewish organizations throughout the U.S. and locally. As Lon mentioned, on January 18th, the JCC in St. Louis Park was targeted, and on February 20th, the JCC in St. Paul was targeted. I am sure that you share my concern that this is completely unacceptable. The Jewish community deeply appreciates the resources, expertise, and concern that local, state, and federal law enforcement have committed to addressing these disturbing acts. Just last week, the Minneapolis Division of the FBI, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the St. Paul Police Department held a briefing for the Jewish community to update us on the current investigation with regard to these bomb threats. As the organization tracking anti-Semitic incidents in Minnesota, the JCRC has seen an uptick in incidents reported to our office. There were 21 incidents reported to the JCRC in 2016, as compared to 12 in 2015. Already in 2017, there have been 9 incidents reported to our organization. To confront these threats, federal, state, and private resources are required. House File 1802 will help ensure Minnesota's at-risk nonprofit organizations will have the adequate resources to address these threats. As you may know, the Federal Nonprofit Security Grant Program is a bipartisan initiative that awards at-risk nonprofits up to $75,000 for target hardening activities. To qualify, nonprofits must demonstrate that they are at a high risk of terrorist attack. This money helps at-risk nonprofits purchase physical security enhancement equipment, inspection and screening systems, and in some cases, certain costs of training security personnel are also permitted. Each year, the Jewish Community Relations Council assists local Jewish organizations in a competitive process applying for these limited funds. As a community, we are grateful for those funds, but the Twin Cities area, one of 29 designated urban areas eligible for funding, is at a competitive disadvantage when compared to cities like Chicago, Washington, D.C., and New York City. Given the current threat environment, these funding opportunities will become even more competitive. This bill will bolster federal nonprofit security grant program with state funds. In Minnesota, as Representative Christensen, the nonprofit security grant program is administered through Homeland Security and Emergency Management, a division of the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. Minnesota's HSEM professionals already select the best local applicants to compete for these federal nonprofit security grants. Unfortunately, only a handful of Minnesota applicants receive funding each year. This legislation provides at-risk nonprofits that do not receive federal funding an opportunity to receive state funding for critical security initiatives. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, sir. Member questions?
Mr. Chair.
Representative Pinto.
I can defer to our lead first, Mr. Chair.
What's that?
I said if I can defer to our lead, Representative Hill Strim first, if you don't mind.
Representative Hillstrom, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let me first say that I'm so sorry that this is happening. It is unfathomable that the time that we are at in our country. I want to make certain that if we're going to do these, that we actually provide enough resources for the numbers that would be applying for this. Do we have any idea of what kinds of numbers of organizations might be applying for these kinds of grants to get a ballpark number of how much we would need to fund?
Anyone would like to try it?
Mr. Chair, Representative Hillstrom, the bill is drafted as a blank appropriation, and I think, really any resources that we could put towards this would be very helpful in supplementing the federal program. In the grand scheme of things, these grants are a maximum of $75,000, but these grants can make an incredible difference towards the organizations that they're granted to. As far as how many worthy grants are rejected per year, I think Anthony would probably have more information on that, as well as the Department of Public Safety.
Yes, typically within the Jewish community, anywhere between 10 to 15 organizations apply. In my time at the JCRC, I have seen some years 0 nonprofits granted the money, and some, as the maximum I've seen is 3 nonprofits being granted the money, so it's very competitive.
I will add, in an effort to be as effective as possible with the funds that are available, obviously a lot of nonprofits involved here. It's been very important to bring a sense of pooling of resources and knowledge and information sharing, intelligence sharing, so that the entire community is connected. We had a briefing with the FBI last week. We've had behavioral analysis training for all members of the community. So it's been very important to bring people together so that we're able to leverage as much of the resources as we can, given what's available.
Representative Hillstrom, go ahead, follow it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I too support this proposal, and I believe that we need to do what we can to make certain that we are providing the resources necessary if the federal government is not. I look forward to having further discussions about how big this number should be to make certain we include all that should be included.
Thank you.
Representative Dean. Oh, then Representative Pinto and then Representative Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I represent the district that includes the St. Paul JCC, and am honored to be on the bill, and was honored to stand on the House floor of when those threats were made there. And I thank you all for your work. And I will say to members that, as the testifier said, the JCC in St. Paul, anyway, and I know the one in St. Louis Park as well. Sabus it really is a home for folks of all different backgrounds. My family's members for years and years. We're Catholic, and you look around and you see people of all different backgrounds there. I just want to make sure to emphasize about the bill that, of course, there are other communities that have experienced, and we've seen this huge rise in anti-Semitic threats and attacks. Other communities we know have been targeted as well. And just to emphasize that these grants don't discriminate on the basis of any particular background or particular group. Any group that is under threat, as we know many are, can apply for these funds and receive the support as well. And I see nodding that we're in agreement on that. Good. Thank you, Mr.
Correct.
Chair.
And Representative Pinto, thank you. There has been a tremendous outpouring of support for the Jewish community, both at the St. Louis Park JC, as well as the JCC, as well as the St. Paul JCC. So, from all faith communities in town. So, thank you.
Okay. Representative Dean?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just want to add on to what Representative Pinto just asked, because, there have been times in the recent past that our Muslim neighbors have been threatened with these type of things, and that they would have the opportunities to apply for these grants as well, as any really targeted groups that we're seeing more and more of these days. So I just want to, for the record, make that clear that this is encompassing of all faiths and all people and all organizations.
To that point, I'd like to add, after the bomb threat there was an outpouring of support from the community of all backgrounds and all faiths. I'm not sure how widely known it is, but on Sundays, our facility is used as a church by a number of groups. The day of the bomb threat, the first call that came in to our campus was from a local Muslim organization offering their support, their resources, their facility. It has been a very major showing of solidarity from everybody. And we offer that same thing. We want the idea of reciprocity and mutual benefit to help everybody.
Representative Christensen, no more questions in the committee. Any closing statements?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, members of the committee. Thank you, Representative Pinto and Representative O'Neill for co-authoring the bill with me. You know, I think this bill is about allowing Minnesotans to feel safe and allowing organizations like like Jewish community centers and other organizations in our community that are providing great services to our community and providing a place for people to gather and experience community together. And this bill allows them to feel safe while they're doing that, and you know, allows them to not live in fear and under threat of terrorism, and allows them to experience that community together in safety. And I thank you for your consideration, Mr. Chair and members, and that's thank you.
Okay, thank you, Representative Christensen. And with that, the chair will lay over House File 1802 for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill. Thank you.
Thank you.